So today's video is going to be like a full first impression, so cup of tea and that, and I'm just on charge, so I should probably get my phone so I can keep an eye on the time, because I do need to actually wearing this makeup to go out somewhere, so I probably should keep an eye on the time. Got some new things to try, so I'm going to start by moisturising, because that is always a good thing to do. Got some first impressions, but this is also like a get ready with me. So, moisturising it into my hands. So, I'm gonna start by putting. Gonna start with this primer, but I also might put the glow lotion underneath because I haven't really been doing that much because I've had a breakout. Been trying to clear my breakout a little bit and not always wear as much foundation, because I get into such bad habits with like always wearing foundation when I do my makeup, but this is like good stuff. I like it, but I think it's because I have a much drier skin type, so not sure if you had oily skin that you'd like this as much. Not sure how good the lighting is. Like, might not be the best lighting because it's stormy outside, so like it's very stormy outside. Gonna then do my primer, which I like, the e.l.f. Cooling Stick Primer. I won't push my hair back because I do actually need to avoid foundation getting in my hair, because I do need to keep this prolonged because I won't have time to wash it till next weekend. This has been what I used for my moisturiser. Then I'm going to put a lip oil on temporarily. This is just like e.l.f. Jelly Pot. I'm trying to use it up. We'll do like a first impression of this at some point. This is the MUA Metamorphosis Colour Changing Lip and Chic Plumping Oil. I don't even know when you'd put a chic oil on. Then I'm going to use a foundation that I haven't really used. Well, there's a few I haven't really used, but I haven't used this that much. Like, every other foundation in my collection I've used a lot more of. Literally, I feel like I just... going for pretty light coverage foundation. So I literally have like period skin, so that always is the worst. Like, normally I have pretty good skin. I don't know if you can see there, but this is a nice foundation, like I do like it. I just don't use it as much as I thought. I'd use it loads when I bought it, but then I just haven't, like. But now I do need to use it a bit more. I mainly reach for my Charlotte's Tilbury foundation. And then this is in my empties now, but I've been reaching for this to use it up. Now we're going to go into concealer. Which concealer I'm using my e.l.f. I do want quite light coverage because this is a full coverage concealer. This I'm not as much of a fan of. I've got best and worst makeup coming soon. For slickness, like this is actually going up in slickness. Just currently pre-filming like loads of things, so I sort of forget because obviously I have to sort of try and probably won't be many more November uploads because obviously I'm getting prepared. Got some things I was going to put up in November, but I may just save it till Slipmas. So then I've got like lots, so I can say I've got more pre-films than I actually have. Got like a 100-day video coming, but that takes so much work to do. Using the Real Techniques Expert facial brush, so this is the... Then I need to actually go in my bag and get the powder, sponge, eyelash box, glue, and red brush. Some of the things I like brought with me yesterday. The Maybelline Vitamin Powder. Just like to use this brush to like set under my eyes because I do need to set this a bit just to make sure it doesn't crease or like slide off anywhere. Making sure to like set the places I would set. Then this brush, I sort of do for like the rest of my face. Like a finishing powder, like now it's the right shade, I actually can use this as a finishing powder. Then next I'm going to use for like bronzer. This I haven't used in a little bit, so I'm going to use these. Or actually I might just, yeah, I think I might use that. I might put a little bit of the Makeup Revolution on top. Trying to like dot quite gently because this is a contour, not a, so I may end up going into my Makeup Revolution palette, which I'm not actually, other than the highlighter, that much of a fan of it. Like the highlighter I've hit pan on. If you look, and these two shades, so I probably would dip into like that one and maybe that one, but that one I don't like. The bronzer I like slightly more, but I'm gonna just take a Real Techniques beauty sponge. I'm not going like overboard, just trying to go quite natural with the face makeup. There again, I'm probably a bit more of a full coverage while still keeping it natural. I like my coverage, but I'm probably not the most craziest with like contour and that. Like I don't actively do harsh contour because it just makes me look dirty in my eyes. So I've got to get that jawline. So I've done it there. I feel like a brush might be slightly easier to do that, like just blending it out. Just sort of, not sure if it's necessarily defining. Blur a little bit. Don't know if that's doing anything much. Then we've got, gonna go into this palette. We take quite a fluffy brush, going into the more bronzer shade, while still keeping it with quite a light hand, just so that it blends nicely. It's quite a good travel palette, I just don't personally like it myself, but I'm gonna use it. I use the highlighter regularly because I like the gold highlight. Bronzer and contour I don't really like these specifically. Don't know if you can see because I'm giving the camera a lot to focus on. Now we are going to do a big first impression. Got this collection cream blush. So now I'm about to apply this blush. Got a little bit on my finger, so I'm gonna, where I like swatched. Probably will have seen that in the B-roll. Don't know if this is gonna pick up well, because I don't think I've ever used this sort of formula before. Maybe this brush might be a little bit of a better brush. I like it, it does look quite nice, and it's quite natural considering this is like a velvet blush. I feel like this is quite a good brush, it's working quite well. It's picking up, but it's not like overboard. This looks really natural. Sad that I'm messing up the pattern, but it just sort of, it's different. Like this is a red and white looking blush. This is a red blush. I've tried lots of firsts this year in my makeup routine. Like I used to just be a pink blush girl, but now I've tried orange and now I'm trying this, which highlighter, I'm going to use the cream highlighter. I'm going to use this one. The e.l.f. one I used up my Charlotte Tilbury, so, but the e.l.f. ones are pretty similar. I like a lot of highlighter. I like my highlight to be gold, like that's one thing that will never change about me. It's my love for a gold highlight. Gonna quickly like do my eye primer. This one I've been loving. It's the e.l.f. Lock It Down eyeshadow primer. This is like a new favourite for me. Then we are going to look at a different eyeshadow palette. Which this is a completely different eyeshadow palette, like I've never used this before. But I figured Slipmas would be the time to crack this palette out. Trying to definitely a different palette for me. This is the With Loves A Little Love to Something palette. This is an eyeshadow palette. This has 28 8 eyeshadows. This is more of like a gift palette. This like it's got to me as a gift, and I just haven't ever broken it out yet. But that's what it looks like. Will be some swatches and stuff going up. But then this is what the palette looks like. Has such a big mirror. Like, this is quite a big palette. Trying to find some like dry brushes. Don't know what I'm going to do because I'm going to probably start with trying to work this out because it's a different colour story to what I'm used to. I'm going to take a dip into this shadow here. Don't know if you can see. Dipped into this shadow here. This one here. Let's have a look at the quality. I like it. I can actually do like this. I did dip in a few times. Love that shimmer at the bottom of the palette. Like this is the bottom. Shimmer like goes dark in this lighting at times. And now I'm just going to repeat the same process on this eye. Sorry if the lighting is shocking. I'm going to try and see if I can put a ring light somewhere. See if that will help somewhere. Can't even turn my ring light on. Maybe I need to charge it. But I do want to maybe incorporate this. Goes with Love Cosmetics. I love their shimmers, like I have one of their singles, but I'm just going to use the palette today. Obviously, then I'm going to deepen it up a little bit. I'm going to mix these two shades together. Just to add a little bit more definition. This perhaps isn't as dramatic as I would, or like the most dramatic colours sort of seem to be shimmers. But with Love Cosmetics, it's the shimmers that really make them good. Like the mattes are good, but the shimmers are like way better. Like I love their shimmer formula. Even more than I love their matte formula. Like these are good mattes, but their shimmers is what really sets them apart. Right. That brush is soaked. That brush is wet. Gonna blend a little bit just to make sure everything blends together. This this might have to do. Gonna go into like the same like lid colour and have that on the lower lash line. I feel like this might be a finger, so I'm gonna go into this kind of more like smoky shimmer. Fine. So that's what my shimmer looks like. You need to blow that air out. Do it in the corner. Gonna dip into this shade. Back. Gonna have a look because I'm trying out a new mascara. Gonna use this silver glitter liner. Just start speeding this up a bit because I'm not even the slightest bit ready. Don't make up till like start time. I'm gonna be trying out a new mascara. This is the Maybelline Sky High. This is like the silver one that they bought out for Halloween. Keep doing mascara impressions. I'm not even that good at applying mascara. Add something to a neutral eye look. Like, I really like it. Probably gonna do normal black on the lower lash line. This is Cosmic Black. Then I'm going to do a lip gloss. I'm going to have a look at one that I put in my collection to use a little bit more. I'm going to use this one to go with the neutral. This is the Elfly Cure Gloss. So this is the final look. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.